with would you like to also share audio? Would you like to share the screen's audio as well?
Share screen audio. Access main programming. Access main computer.
They keep fucking changing StreamYard. It's I don't know, not for the better. They add things and they what?
I was just gonna ask, did you pompadour your hair because you're in Jersey too? Like I noticed there's a little more lift in the old hairdo.
A
little more pomp.
Yeah, I've been singing in a falsetto. I felt like I could feel the spirit of Frankie Valli running through my veins.
Is the leather coat just to the left of you?
What's that?
I said, is the leather coat just to the left of you?
Of course, always. You're right. My hair does have a good bit of life right now.
It's got a little bit of pomp going, man.
Yeah. Just hair gel. I think that's what it is because I used hair gel. I didn't use like a pomade or anything.
Just a. Did you use that like classic, like the one we used to use in high school, like the green, like with all the bubbles in it? That kind of hair gel. It was like the tube that you had to squirt it out.
Something like that. I forget. It might. Yeah. What's up, Dylan? Yeah. Hold on. It's right here.
Man, what was that like 90s hair gel?
I'm using Tresemme.
Oh, see, oh man, these are the ones I was thinking about. Hold on, let me see if I can get a good.
Yeah, you're thinking of like the L'Oreal.
Oh man,
you're definitely thinking, right? L'Oreal.
Here it is. Oh man, no, I've got the brand right here for you, Tom. This is what your hair is doing right now.
I have Andy. I did get my I did do my gym. Yes, LA looks. Yes.
Yeah, you remember this? Oh, the extreme hold.
I think they stopped making it because some radioactive material started seeping into kids' brains.
Right. This is the smoothie sour of hair products right here.
There it is. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, everybody had this. Yes. This was what was traded before smoothie sours.
It's such a throwback.
Oh man, that's all I could think of when I saw that pomp in your hair. Yep.
Was the shit. It was the shit back in the day.
LA looks, man.
Like you just had like, and that picture isn't doing it justice because that is like a 64-ounce jug of like that's all it came in.
Do you remember when this hair gel would fall off your sink and hit your toe? Like it was like game over, man.
Thunk. It was like the slime that you would pour down the middle of the Ghostbusters firehouse.
Yeah, this looked like the stuff you put on a sunburn.
Oh my god! You had the sun in. Dylan said he had the sun in hairspray and went out. Oh yeah. I mean, like that's all the cool kids had that.
Hold on. Do you see the hold level is at 10 versus 6?
Is that? I'm surprised it doesn't go away to 11.
I know it's got a hold at 10 right there.
Just like our mom's wearing LA gear. Everything was LA.
Yeah.
LA gear shoes.
Oh man, LA lights.
Parents wanted us to be hip with it. Yeah, I had. Oh my god, I don't know about you, Dan, but I had it was called the skater cut. It was a bowl cut.
Oh yeah, it was the JTT.
Yeah,
the Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
No, not the JTT, not the middle part. The skater was just like it was like a bowl cut. They just cut along like your eyebrows and went all the way around. That Axe deck this is before Axe.
Oh well, you got to understand, Farkas is like a decade younger than us.
Yeah, it's true. And somehow looks much older than us.
I know. The beer industry, man, it ages people.
The Amish cut, yeah. Yes, nowadays would be called Amish cut. But it was like the bowl cut, and then they were like, we can't keep calling it the bowl cut. And it was the bowl cut because your parents would put a bowl on your head and just cut around it. Yeah. But then you would go to the salon or the barber shop and they'd call it the skater cut.
The Floby cut. Yeah.
Whoa!
It always reminded me like the skater cut was always like the same haircut that every son on Home Improvement had. Like it was like every kid
yeah.
that haircut.
Yeah. And then you just you took that haircut and parted it down the middle, and you were like you were a Tiger Beat kid.
This hair gel has lactose.
100%. Yeah, Farkas is trying to figure out a way how to brew with it.
Yeah.
He's like, how do you think that would taste with Citra? Probably pretty good.
I'm just saying, LA looks West Coast IPA. Just take that label and put it on a can.
Rocking a faux.
Oh, the faux hawk. Oh yeah. I feel like Farkas had the faux hawk while he wore Axe and played with Tech Decks.
Oh, that was Dylan. Dylan was rocking the faux hawk. But yes, Farkas definitely rocked the faux hawk.
All right, I'm getting rid of this there because
yes, yeah, that's a great point. Yes, but is anybody Chris White brought up the new accusation of Pamela Anderson accusing Tim Allen of exposing himself to her on set. So one, is anybody surprised that a guy who got arrested selling coke and went to jail for like muling coke are they surprised?
He was also in that generation of comedians that just were not the best to women. So
and like all those
I was like not surprised at all.
No. And all those guys that were on sitcoms like Bob Saget, like they're all like kind of the same. They were all like pieces of shit. They were all like nasty like comedians, but they're like the TV industry was just like, hey, you're a funny comedian. You want a sitcom?
Oh man.
Yeah, they but you know, it's rich coming from the chick that literally married a dude and then divorced him like 3 days later so she could get the funds to get out of debt. Like you're no better, Pamela. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I seen it.
What was that?
You're addicted to weed?
I used to suck dick for coke. You ever suck dick for weed? Can't say I have.
I seen it. All right, let's get this intro going and then we'll get into it.
Let's do it.
Do it. Dan, you know what I like to see?
What do you like to see, Tom?
I like to see in the first 5 minutes of the podcast, the chat actually absolutely popping off.
Yeah, the chat really opened up today, which was nice.
Yeah. The chat pit opened up.
Yeah, we opened up the chat pit with some hard LA looks discussion right there.
Yeah.
It really brought on by that epic wave of hair you have right there.
Yeah. Yeah. The pomp brings us together. It's really the
pomp is the centerpiece of the discussion.
It's the pomp that binds us. All right, so this is we're doing something a little different here. Dan put up the advert on Instagram.
Yeah, we're just gonna drink some beers tonight.
Talk about beer. We'll do a little what you drinking. So Dan, since we're doing this, you want to change it up and do a little crack before we get into housekeeping and intros?
Ooh, I like that. All right, yeah. Let me get my first. Let me get my first beer. My first beer.
My first beer. Yeah, I just spent the last like hour and a half at the hotel bar, so I'm a couple deep. Ooh, nice. Little premature crack.
Oh yeah. Do you want to crack together? I thought we were just cracking this and going right there.
We'll get it on the second go around.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, it's a school night. Triceracop is going to Tricera Cop School, Tricera Police Academy.
What are you, a cop? What are you, a narc?
Yeah. No drinking for me. All right, narc. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the greatest podcast to exist in the history of podcasts, the internationally acclaimed Cindy Crawford approved podcast of hops, interstate high fives, and friendship.
Cross state lines.
Across state lines. So I have a song picked out. I just don't have a I guess I have an audio drop picked out for my new nickname, but I don't have a nickname yet.
Oh, you have an audio drop for it though?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll bring it up real quick.
All right, maybe we can come up with the name on today's episode.
Yeah.
What do you got for that audio drop?
Man, I just want the little clip. Damn. This one. I think it's this guy. No, that's not it. Where's the
Yeah, that was like super emo.
Is this it? No. So the tonight will be the night that I will die for you. Have you seen that clip? Have you heard that?
Yeah, I know what song you're talking about. Man, yeah. The Emperor of Emo, maybe.
Ooh,
the dark Emperor of Emo.
I like my beer as dark as my heart.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
I don't know. Well, it's a work in progress. I don't know. There will be no more Panicking at the Disco anymore. You know, I do. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I'm your host, Tom, king of the crisp,
the Jersey boy himself.
Yeah, the Jersey boy. The Jersey boy. I don't know. I can't do a Frankie Valli impression. It's Tom.
And I'm your other host, the Hop Master General, the Roarsford Rattlesnake. Break glass. Sounds great. I'm still waiting for Warwick to have that wrestling event so we can get the tag team together for it. But until then,
I think we'll look like Mathau and Lemon by the time that wrestling event comes on.
Oh man, I'm gonna come out like DDP, just old and wrinkled. Anyway, it's Dan.
All right, guys. Welcome back. It's a different, like I said, we're doing a little different tonight. But I mean, with that said, it's still we just celebrated the Lunar New Year.
Is it Year of the Rabbit?
Year of the Rabbit.
I like it.
Yeah. And here, wait, Dan, I think I got it.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again.
The Emperor. You got to be the Emperor of Emo, man.
Emperor of Emo. Okay, I like that.
I like that. We'll see if we can find something else.
Oh, I could switch from the crispiest boy. I could be the crispiest boy and the saddiest boy.
Ooh. Mr. Sad Saison himself.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Ooh, Sad Saison. I love it. Yes, I was trying to find that that Asian dude that does the full, like, he looks like a one of those like Gundam robot things from Japan. Have you seen that guy, Dan?
No, I have no idea. What is this?
I forget what his name is. Anyway, I'm more.
We're getting sidetracked with the intro here.
Yeah, I am more emo. I'm not more emo than Elliott Smith because I'm not going to stab myself in the heart 20 times.
Jesus.
All right, guys, it's still 2023, Mo, and we are still the best friends podcast in the world, and we're going to start right now.
You got to have some Jersey emo for this. If you're going to be in Jersey, play some Jersey emo.
There it is. All right. There you go. Save the day. You know what I've been doing, Dan?
What's up?
I've been adding I don't know if you notice this when you pull the show notes. I've been adding the song of the episode in there.
Oh, really?
I learned my lesson from the year of the late 90s, early 2000s hip hop.
So
now
I won't have so we can remember.
And I won't have to go back and listen to the intro of every song, like try and find when we play the music. So I can just go back. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Make it easy for yourself.
Oh, CJ White's got to love STD. I'm pretty sure that's really the only way you can get them.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you can get STDs involuntarily too. You know,
you don't. Yeah. I guess you don't have to be in love to get a, yeah.
Didn't want to bring it. Didn't want to make a heavy subject out of it, but you know,
no.
I think there are other ways to get it, Tom.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Saves the Day. That's Jersey emo for me, and you're over there in Jersey, so I had to put in a special request for today's song.
There's really no good part of Jersey, but I'm not even in the better part of Jersey.
No, you're like, Jersey. Are you in like the armpit, like that little like crescent moon in between North Jersey and South Jersey? Yeah. That little indent.
I'm at that like stone's throw away from Manhattan.
Oh, okay. So you're pretty up there then, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty far up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna be taking a nice trip to Twin Elephant while I'm up here. So
there you go.
With our buddy Harry at xbeer_NJ on Instagram for all your beer needs.
Nice. Well, you better talk about all the Jersey emo up there because they've done beers with every Jersey punk band and emo band around.
Yeah, I'm definitely we're gonna have some good times. I think keep an eye out on the Instagram. We hope maybe we'll get a little Instagram live going. I don't know. We'll get saucy.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have enough time. Might go to Bed Bath and Beyond.
I don't know. Maybe we can. Oh, maybe we could get Dan on the doing this little Instagram live.
I'll come on live and I'll just be at work. I'll be like, I hate you guys so much, and I just go click.
No, it would be at night. I don't know if you're going to be working that late.
Oh, okay, it'd be at night. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, guys. Housekeeper, real quick. Follow, rate, review. You know where to do it. Shoot us a rating. Shoot us a review. Dan, what's that rating they should give us?
5-star party, baby.
5-star party. Yeah, support us non-monetarily by giving us a review. We don't care what it is, just give it to us. If you want to support us monetarily, you can do that via Anchor, our hosting site, anchor.fm/bestfriendspod/support. $4.99 a month helps us, do cool stuff.
Do cool stuff. That's what we want to do.
You can also go through Twitch, twitch.tv/bestfriendspod. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe to the podcast through Prime. Doesn't cost you anything. We get some money. We get a little piece of the pie, the little Zaddy Bays pie. And
Zaddy Bezos.
Like I said, just help us out. Last year we did almost, what did we do? Almost 4,000 hours of free entertainment. We did it for free.
For free.
Yep. And as always, we're a part of the Hopped Up Network. Hopped Up Network is an ever-growing craft beer podcast. You can check them out. Ever-growing group of craft beer podcasts. I'm trying to go too quick. You can check all the podcasts out on the network at www.hoppedupnetwork.com. Instagram at Hopped Up Network. All right. Yeah. So let's see. Oh my God. Alternate ending is right there too. Yeah, I'm getting too many suggestions. Source. I'd rather go to Source in Philly anyway.
Oh yeah, we gotta check it out. Check it out in state when we. Yeah, dude. Oh man,
it's very hard. What my cord sweater? What's wrong with my cord sweater? I'm on a fucking business trip. I don't have much shit with me.
Oh man, it is great. I was wondering with the haircut and everything. Like the hair is looking great, But man, that sweater, man, the sweater.
This sweater is awesome. I don't have, and of course, I don't have my. Hold on. I can do it. I can do it, man. I can make it happen. Hold on. I have the technology. I can do it. Give me a second. I'm working on it. Yeah. Yeah. Drip tech check audio. And here,
The only thing,
didn't get it
the only
earlier.
thing dripping is sweat in that. The only thing dripping is sweat under that sweater, man. That looks way too low for that room.
No, bro. I get in my hotel room. The thermostat is cranked down to 65. I'm living.
You look like you're. It looks like you're taking a ferry to a lighthouse in that sweater.
It is a lighthouse worker sweater. I will give you that. I do look like
you look like you know how to tie a bowline knot.
The pattern looks like a 1980s kitchen wallpaper. Well, you know, Farkas, if you want to be cool like me and have this sick drip, go to Old Navy.
Old Navy dad drip.
Yeah.
So
you guys are
Tom,
always hating on my Old Navy drip.
Yeah, the Old Navy dad drip is strong, but Tom, I see you going for that can right there. What are you drinking?
Yeah,
there?
Hell yeah. So, you know, CJ White brought up they got to do whatever they can do to make their state appealing, and I'll tell you what they don't do to make their state appealing. Making craft beer available at beer stores. It's fucking retarded, dude. Sorry, R-word.
Jersey is the worst beer shops. I don't know. In your opinion,
dude, it sucks. Like they didn't even have local New Jersey craft beer.
Man, like, that's terrible. So, were you doing like a grocery store, or were you doing like a beer shop, like an actual like beer store?
A beer shop. Well, so they don't really have beer shops up here. It's all wine and liquor.
Well, yeah, it's everything. It's like beer, wine, liquor, and like with how they have it set up.
Yeah, I went up there and I couldn't find anything. I was like, maybe a Cape May, a Tonewood, anything. Source anything. Give me some kind of craft beer. All of their craft beer was like Flying Dog, Dogfish Head, Stone. Like it was like the macro.
Couldn't find anything like Jersey.
Beer.
It was like regional craft beer, or I was going to say even outside regional.
Yeah. So I had a Crispin from 6 Point in my hand, and then I saw this guy. So let me share my screen here. Share screen. Actually, I have to bring this up. I didn't think this through, Dan. I had it right the first time. And then I screwed it all up.
I'm having a good laugh at the name for my second beer, so take your time, man.
All right, so I have where is it? Why is God damn it. All right, let's try something else. Oh no. Okay. All right. We're gonna get it here. I don't like not being in the office. It's just doing this on the laptop is not great. All right. So I don't know where my mouse went. There we go. All right. So I'm drinking Brooklyn Pilsner.
Hell yeah, Brooklyn.
And why am I drinking Brooklyn Pilsner, you may ask? Dan, is that page scrolling for you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you see, it just says crisp lager. Well, technically, no, that says crisp lager. My can says Pilsner. So I just saw big, and on the box it just says big crisp Pilsner. So, you know.
So you got it.
Me, the crispiest of boys, the searching for crispy enlightenment this year, it called to me. So it's bright golden, strikingly refreshing. This is a Pilsner inspired by Brooklyn and brewed for all. So come along and take a sip on the bright side. The tasting notes are crisp, golden, and strikingly refreshing.
Don't need a lot of tasting notes for a Pilsner, man. Real straightforward
No.
style. Like basically, you kind of hit the nail on the head with what less than 8 words there.
Mm-hmm. And they do give food pairing here. Try it with sharp cheddar, soft pretzels, hot dogs, grilled shrimp tacos, and spicy green papaya salad.
I love the spicy green papaya salad out of nowhere. Like I have everything else seems really common except for the spicy green papaya salad.
I've been searching so long for a beer to pair with my spicy green papaya salad, and I think I finally found it.
Oh yeah, your Pinterest recipe for spicy green papaya salad.
Yeah. Strikingly refreshing, eh? Says Dylan. It's very refreshing, I will say. Let me give you a tasting here. It's very crisp. It has a nice malt character to it.
It has. I feel like that's a requirement for a good Pilsner is to have that great malty finish.
And it has just a little hint of peppery in there, which is nice too. It's definitely a very flavorful. Jesus God.
It's flavorful. It's flavorful.
Flavorful. It's really good. I gave it a taste last night to make sure how it would be, and I mean it lives up to the Brooklyn standard. I would say. I'm just making just really solid beer.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from Brooklyn. Us being two fans of the brewery on the podcast, we've talked ad nauseum about that. I mean, that was actually the first brewery I ever toured was Brooklyn.
Yeah. No, I think I'm right there with you. I think that might be the first brewery that I ever toured as well.
Yeah, the first time I ever went behind the scenes of a brewery was when I went up to Brooklyn to hang out with you, and we went to Brooklyn Brewery, which was, I mean, just a great. I don't know if it's changed. I mean, obviously, it's been like over a decade, so it's probably has changed.
But yeah, it was a cool brewery. It's a cool experience for at that time novice craft beer drinkers.
Yeah. Do you remember when we got the wooden coin at the end of it?
Yes, the drink coins.
Yeah, so like at the end of the tour, they just gave you it was like a wooden nickel, like a buffalo nickel or something, and you went up and you basically got your free beer.
Yeah, it was a cool time. I remember asking the guy about Black Ops when Black Ops was coming out. The guy was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah,
never heard of that beer.
Never heard of that beer, and you almost got thrown out by like 2 Italian mafiosos that were wearing security.
Oh yeah.
Remember that joke they made on the tour? They're like, yeah, we had some investors from the local neighborhood, some less than reputable people really enjoyed our beer. And you start laughing, and then you look over and their security has track suits on and gold chains. And you're like, oh, these guys are in the mob.
Yeah. And we were definitely walking on eggshells after we found that out.
Oh yeah. It was fun. I think there was something where I had to walk outside, and I forget the guy stopped me. He's like, "Can't go out there." I was like, "Oh man, I just need to go out and take a call." He's like, "Not out this way, you can't." And I was like, "Okay."
All righty, I will find a different exit, sir.
Oh man.
Breweries in Buffalo to check out. I'm not really sure. I'm not
well versed in Buffalo breweries. I knew a few that did Every Time I Die beers. So Dylan, if you do any more research and you can find the breweries in Buffalo that did beers for the band Every Time I Die, I will gladly pay you for those. So, just let me know.
Ooh, you trying to sneak in a second show beer mule?
Yep. I'm trying to get another beer mule on here. I'm happy with my current beer mule, but sometimes there's other beer mules you need to talk to. I'm a polyamorous beer mule guy. I live vicariously through people who can just travel and go drink beer.
Dan's poly for mules.
I am poly for mules.
All right. So yeah, Brooklyn. I don't know. I would definitely compare them to the ilk of like a Victory. They're just one of those breweries that have been doing it for so long. I mean, Garrett Oliver, their brewmaster, is like one of the most widely respected brewmasters in the industry. Every beer that they do is just so solid.
Oh yeah, I mean, God, we've talked about Garrett Oliver so much too. He's such
please come on the podcast, Garrett. Please.
Oh man, that would be awesome. Oh.
I'm borderline. I'm very close, I think, to a restraining order from.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like a restraining order or some sort of like politely written letter from his attorneys.
A C&D, but it's just like, please stop talking about Garrett.
Yeah. It's a really nice letter that we open up, and it's just the words, "Keep his name out your mouth."
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, it smells like him. Is this what he smells like?
Oh, jeez. Oh man.
What are you drinking over there, Dan? Dan? What you drinking?
Ah, there you go. That was nice. We might get in trouble for that, but it was nice.
Who are we gonna get in trouble from?
It's real close to another podcast that makes a question like that too, but almost exactly how you worded it. Oh man, so I am drinking the Poet by Forest and Main. It is a Czech pale lager. So the tasting notes for this one are just kind of their description of it. So they took the Czech inspiration for this little lager. It's a 4.8% pale lager, mashed in with Bohemian floor malted Pilsner barley, double decoction, hopped with some Herzbrucker and lots of Zaz, fermented it cold and slow with some Czech lager yeast, and spun it at the end of fermentation to capture all the natural carbonation from the tiniest and most flavorful bubbles. Man, they are so just artsy with not only their can art, but also their description, the tiniest and most flavorful bubbles. But yeah, I mean, from what I'm drinking right here, Tom, I don't know if this beer passes your crisp factor for a 4.8. I have seen West Coast IPAs that were clearer than this.
Yeah, it is a little hazy. I don't know.
I'm not sure like what it is, but and it is like when you were mentioning the pepperiness of the Brooklyn Pilsner, I was drinking this at the same time, and I'm like getting a little overdose on the pepper on this beer. Okay. Like it is a lot of hop profile on this. But it smells great on the nose. Definitely smells like a Czech, a Czech lager. You can definitely have that, the Czech lager yeast is definitely in there. Very well represented. And it is, I mean, it does taste good, but man, I'm surprised like just how hazy this one came out.
I don't know I don't really know what their filter system or situation is like at
well, it's really like, I mean, also like time and temperature. Like I know people without filters. I know people without filters who have just sat on Pilsners until they cleared up like naturally. This is just like, whew. But I mean, it's a great tasting. It's great tasting Pilsner, 4.8%. So it's a nice light pale, Czech pale lager, and I'm enjoying it a lot. But at the same time, I mean, they say it's light and refreshing. I'm like, this is a pretty heavy duty pale lager right here.
So we went to Forest and Main.
We did
a month or two ago, and they have a decent amount of on tap. So I wonder if that's like one of those things where
just they getting it out.
They weren't able to sit on it as long because it's just like we need to pump it out.
Yeah, I mean, I would have probably given this a little bit more time. I don't know. Like it does. It sits there. It's got a very like hazy kind of cloudiness to it. I mean, it drinks heavy too. It does feel a little bit more full than what I want to have a pale lager. Full. It's a lot more full bodied than I expected. But I mean, I'm enjoying it. I wish I picked a different beer to pregame my next one because this one is actually kind of filling. But we'll see as I get to the next beer.
So what did you think about Forest and Maine when we went out there?
Interesting. So I always heard about Forest and Maine's like their English styles, the pub ales and stuff like that. And I think when you and I went, I think we were pretty much sold entirely on the saisons and the IPA but by the end of the drinking experience, we each had like a dark lager. We had a couple beers on the engine. At the end, we were sitting at the bar and like saison, and we had like the hazy IPA, and I was like,
yeah,
these are pretty killer. But the other ones were just kind of like fair to middling. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't have went with the smoked beer right off the bat. I feel like that was a rookie mistake on my behalf.
Yeah. Hey, Harry. Harry's joining us here.
Harry.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like the English beers were underwhelming. I thought the
Vienna lager
was
I had was pretty good too. I had a good Vienna lager.
Czech, their lagers and pilsners were good. It was just, I think we both went in and we were like, all right, let's get some English beers, and it was just they just didn't. I think they just maybe overhyped. Like we went in with too high of expectations for it. I don't know.
I will say the one I took home was a lot better than what I had on draft. I took home a 6% ESB, and I was like, man, this beer is hitting real nice. And I wish that one was on draft, but I forget which one it was called. But they did a 6% ESB that I thought was delicious.
Yeah, I really wish they had food there too. That was
the food debate. The classic food debate. I too work at a tap house that doesn't have food, but it's always the back and forth. Like when you're going to a brewery, it's like, do you want food or do you not want food? Like if people make the trip out there, do your research first. And like we tried, and we actually pulled up the menu for the we pulled up their menu for their coming soon restaurant, which was funny. Their menu was
it
already
coming soon,
out
or did they used to have it?
No, they opened a new location, and they already had the menu on Untapped or on their website.
On Google.
So we went and we're like, oh, there's food. Okay, cool. Let's go for it. I am trying to desperately find that.
Yeah, I do get it's a tough business decision for breweries, because it's like if you put in a kitchen, it's such a big expense, and you're banking on people wanting to eat when they're there, which isn't always the case. Which I think like setting up a food truck is like ideal. Like getting food trucks to come in is the ideal situation.
I agree.
I do like that concept. I don't think for Forest and Maine, it's a logistic thing. I don't think logistically they could have food trucks come in because they're at a pretty busy intersection.
Yeah. No, that's true. And like, I don't think, they don't have that. Harry makes a good point. If you're going to be a brewery that has in-house food, you have to have good food. I think the business model that works great is having the, there we go. They just had cans, so the brew pub was a new experience for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
I think it was tough because, like you said, we found a menu, and we were like, okay, because we were debating on the way down, like, hey, do we just stop and get food, or do they have food there?
Yeah, it wasn't a menu that was like posted by the public too. It was on their website. Like this was like, hey, we have this food, and we went there like they don't have. And like I could tell as soon as we walked in, I was like, this place doesn't have food.
No.
Like working at a brewery that doesn't have a kitchen, you walk in and go, yeah, this place does not have food.
Yeah.
I can smell it right now. But that beer was Instant Past ESB by Forest and Maine. It was a 6% ESB that was just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely like breweries you're not going to have they're difficult to do food out of. Like the 420 location for Rebel Hill, you can't do food out of there. There's no plausible way to do food out of there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a tight space, and some places just aren't zoned for like food consumption in the parking lot. Like, it's like food trucks are illegal in some areas where like you could just have catering come in though too. So it's a battle for like breweries that are just tap houses to like coordinate those, especially in food trucks canceling. You have to go bring your own food and stuff like that. And yeah, breweries don't want kitchens because they don't want families taking away spots from people with money who can drink. Yeah, I was.
What doesn't the Breweries and PA group have a debate about?
So I do sit on the side of I am for breweries without a kitchen, and that can do food events and food trucks. I think that is a better approach. Although I have been to some breweries with food where I'm like, this food is banging. Like sometimes I come here just for the food. Like it's you have to have a good menu. Harry makes a great Harry, oh man, the most Jersey comment you could ever put in here. At least you can have an option to have food in PA. Yeah, sorry, Harry. Pour one out for our Jersey breweries that can't have food.
Yeah, feed them the longer they stay. I mean,
so
go ahead.
I was gonna say we just got bags of pretzels now at Rebel Hill, which I am having a blast throwing those to patrons when they ask for pretzels, like a vendor at like a baseball game. Hey, can I get some pretzels? I like pull it out of the box and I just chuck it across the bar. It's my new favorite thing to do.
Yeah, you guys did the boxes of Philly Soft Pretzel Factory, and honestly that's like perfect.
Yeah, and now we have like the little bags of like little bags of pretzels that we
Snyder's.
Exactly, like Snyder's. You just chuck them across the bar. Someone's like, "Hey, can I get some of those pretzels?" And I'm just like, "You better have a glove ready because I'm gonna whip it over there."
Yeah, I'm putting some mustard on this one.
Yeah, this one's gonna come in with a little bit of a curve.
You guys are also lucky enough that you have Caltort right there, like right next door.
Yeah. Having proximity to food is also important. I mean, Forest and Maine, going back to them, they did have a restaurant across the street, but we were there for the beer.
But it was still kind of inconvenient. Like Caltort is like next door. Like you can walk out.
It's a sidewalk
2 doors down. Yeah. Like,
I'm sure we could have found something around Forest and Maine, but yeah, we sat down. We're like, I guess, we're going to forego food, and we had less beer than probably what we would have had if we had food there.
Right. Dylan, love food truck. I because sometimes my decision what brewery I go that day. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, there are breweries that do food trucks really well, like Odd Logic. I think does a really good job of like diversifying the food trucks that they bring in.
I think a lot of places do. I mean, I think everyone in our area does a really good job. We've talked ad nauseum about 10-7, but they also have great food trucks that come there. I mean, we have a plethora of food trucks coming out of Philly that their bread and butter is just doing breweries. Like that is that is a huge chunk of their profit is coming in from attending these breweries that they know don't have food.
Yeah.
That's how like these food trucks are getting by. Like, of course they do these giant events, but like, hey, during the weekends when like there's no events and they just need a food, like I had a food truck just call our brewery, ask us if he was like, "Hey man, I have a food truck. Are you guys looking for food today?" And I ended up referring them over to 10-7 and they ended up hosting that guy.
Yeah. And I think it's advantageous for the food truck people because they don't have any competition. It's not like they're like going to like some like farmer's market or like
where there's like 4 other food trucks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're at a brewery with no food. Like they're their only choice. Like you're going to make some fucking money that day.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And I mean, they sell out instantly too. Like,
yeah.
I mean, especially with larger breweries with like huge seating areas that can like accommodate a ton of people. Like we see it all the time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and even food trucks that aren't that great are still getting business. It's like I remember we went up to Warwick and they had that that pizza cone
Oh,
food
jeez.
truck, which
Yeah.
I would have never tried it
I would have
if it
never
wasn't
tried
at a
either, but
brewery.
I ended up enjoying it. I was like, all
It
right, this is actually
stunk,
pretty
but
good.
yeah. See, I'm on the opposite way. I thought it stunk, but like it's a thing. Like
I thought it
if that was
looked
at like a
I thought
food
it
truck
looked
festival.
worse than it was. I was like, "Oh man, there's no way I can eat this." And once it like started to congeal, I'm like, "All right, this actually is going down pretty easily." I thought I was going to have like a napkin under me the whole time. This thing was just going to melt out.
Okay. See, I think my maybe if I think my problem with that whole system was I took the first bite and I was like, oh, this isn't good. And maybe like piping hot, it's not good. I was like, this isn't good. I just have to eat this really fast so I don't realize how bad it is.
Don't spill it. Yeah, it's more manageable
Yeah.
if you give it a little time. And that's I was like, I'm gonna sit on this for a second, just let it, because I took that first bite too, and I'm like, oh man, there's like gooey cheese and toppings are flying everywhere. And I was like, this is a mess. I was watching my daughter eat it. It looked like a murder scene. She just had
Yeah.
red everywhere.
Yeah, it was just like trying to eat like a melted drumstick. Like,
Yeah, she looked straight up. She looked like The Walking Dead, like just like blood all over her like mouth. She's like, "This is good." I was just like, "This is terrifying."
yeah, Dylan said he hasn't had a bad food truck or some completely overpriced for 3 meatballs. I mean, that's pretty common. I feel like with food trucks, it's like sometimes they do get a little too like
You're paying for a premium, yeah.
yeah, and they're like they try and get like too like I don't want to say like a little art, like we're gonna give you, here's 3 meatballs on some like shredded up newspaper clippings. Like here, it,
Oh, dude.
yeah, Logic, second new some red one. Logic, that's probably some of the best food trucks I've had. Their rotation's pretty solid.
Yeah, they have a really good rotation.
Uh,
I don't know if it's like proximity to these places, but they always have pretty amazing food trucks that come through.
yeah, Harry just had a chicken and waffle cone place open up, and I mean it's
I know
it's the old adage.
Yeah.
It's the old adage. Like they spent too much time thinking if they could, and they never thought about if they should.
Jurassic Park, good one. I know we talked about this before, and it's been a while, but there's been some food truck innovation with breweries too. Some breweries who don't have a kitchen or the room for a kitchen just buy their own food truck and then completely develop a different LLC for said food truck, so it looks like a different business when they're when the leasing people come to their landlords come to the facility. They're just like, yeah, we have this food truck here today. It's their food truck though. They own it.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty savvy.
It's
Business
savvy
work
business,
there.
and yeah, I mean, not to call any like other breweries out, but like, these guys found a lane, wink, and they capitalized it.
Some
And
people say they're carvering up their own spot in the business.
Yeah, somewhere on Foster Ave, I believe. But but they completely created their own food trucks separate from the brewery so they can accommodate their customer. And they also take that food truck to events that they pour at. So they're like, not only are we going to bring our beer to this beer fest, but we're going to bring our food truck too. And their smash burgers were awesome. By the way, I had their smash burgers there and they were pretty banging.
Come over to old boy place for some smash burgers. I'll smash you up some burgers.
Tom, is there a Burger King next to that hotel?
No, I don't think so. Why?
Oh no, I was just asking if your Wi-Fi was coming from there.
No, dude, hotel Wi-Fi fucking stinks. I'm a Marriott. I'm a Marriott member. I'm supposed to get like the the exclusive or the premium Wi-Fi, and it's still awful.
Your face has been pausing at
I
like
just
the
keep
best times, and it's awesome. Like right there, it was just like this pause that looked like this.
Nice. I hope you're taking screenshots. Just do screenshots of that,
I'll
and just
find
make
it.
a full slideshow of freeze.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This Czech pale lager is a fucking chore to drink. I thought this was gonna be. I thought this was gonna be a. I mean, I feel like this next beer I'm gonna drink is actually gonna be an easier beer to drink.
So Dylan was asking AC Beer Fest.
AC Beer Fest.
So yeah. So here's the thing. I think was it last time or did we reach out for this one? We have a buddy that kind of helps put on the AC Beer Fest. Does he still do it? Do you know?
He is not involved with the company that puts on the beer fest. He is just good friends with them.
Gotcha. We reached out to like come and like have him on to talk about it, and we just kind of got ghosted on it, you know?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I know, like, I mean,
Yeah.
he was in the midst of having a kid at the time, and I know things were busy for him, so I know that his company was also purchasing their first property at that time too. So I mean, he was busy. It's definitely something we can circle back on. But I mean, he puts on amazing like events in Jersey, or he helps to, especially like he was very instrumental in AC Beer Fest with getting particular bands there. He's friends with a lot of those people. So
yeah, I
I
mean,
they haven't announced the bands for this year. I know. So
yeah, and I mean,
happen.
they usually get some pretty big. I mean, they have Newfound Glory headline the one show.
Saves the Day was there. Dashboard Confessional. Man, there's been some bands there.
It's crazy for like a beer fest to get that level of band. Yeah, I mean, we definitely would love to go. I mean, it makes sense for us to make that trek, but it's also something we need to check our calendars and see what we're. June 3rd, I think, is when it is, Dan. So we'll have to get together and figure out. That's something we can make happen.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely look into that. Are you ready to crack another one of those 12-ounce cans? Because I'm ready to move on from this Czech pale lager.
I'm ready to crack my third 12-ounce can, Dan.
Okay, good, dude.
I'm 24 ounces down.
I'm sorry.
Ounces to freedom. If it was,
I am a fan of Forest and Maine's, some of their beers, but man, that pale lager, it felt like a chore to drink. It was way too hopped.
Yeah.
Like it had like a unique peppery bitterness that just wouldn't quit. And all I wanted was a nice crispy like pregame beer, and I didn't get it from this Czech pale lager. But I am going to dive into something a little heavier now. You hate to see it, but right now I'm ready to dive into something full-bodied and excellent.
Dude. An Indian yeast lager.
Dude, you have to go back and like look at my screenshots from this, Harry. Like it is just
it looks so
look
murky.
At that. Yeah, it is no bueno. I mean, on the nose, it smelled great though.
Now we'll never get Forest and Maine on the podcast.
We were never gonna get Forest and Maine on the podcast. No. Jesus Christ.
They don't do anything. All right. So what do you got now, Dan?
So let's get a crack because this is going to be a lot of discussion on this one here. So.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I sound like a hollow rack.
Oh, this is going to be. I think this is going to be opposite of what I experienced with the with that India Pale Lager. In fact, this is a heavier beer and it's already clearer. So I'm excited for this.
Oh man, look at CJ White. Look at Chris coming in. Here he could just tell right away.
All right, so I'm going to pull up the name of this beer because we're going to get a good laugh at this beer. because I don't know if you're gonna, Tom, you might catch it right away, but see if you see who they're paying homage to here. This is the Fultzinator.
Oh, is that from American Pie?
Nope.
Really?
No, I'll tell you this decadent
I was thinking of
malt-forward lager
Shermanator.
is a full-bodied and semi-sweet with notes of caramel and toast. Doppelbocks were originally brewed by monks in Munich as a meal replacement during Lent, hence the nickname liquid bread. So this bad boy is 8% alcohol by volume. So,
Ooh.
and look at this bad boy. Malty.
It's somehow clearer than your.
I know, that's what I said. It's clearer than the pale lager that I had. So, Tom, what is another Doppelbock from the middle of Pennsylvania that ends in ater?
Troganator. Yeah.
Troganator. That's right. Dude, when I saw the name Fultzinator, I was like, you motherfuckers.
That is, man, that's great.
This is beautiful. Cheers, Tom.
Bravo.
I'm gonna take a sip of this and
all right, sláinte, buddy. Yeah, that's great. Beer looks familiar, man.
For Mueller?
Wait, hold on. I did the wrong way.
There you go. So
yeah, they're gonna have Slizzard of bops. what a great yes.
I'm gonna start calling it Slizzard of bops. But oh man, this is just great.
Dan, I know we take great pride in our idea. We're the idea men, I would say, of the craft beer podcast industry. And we come up with pretty great beer names.
We try to.
I want to find out. Do you think we could get a C and D if we were to collaborate on a beer? If we did a Bock and we called it Bachman Turner Overdrive, but it's BOCK. Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Ooh. Let's
that's a fucking sick name, right?
Hold on. It's already done. Already done.
Every name's been done, man.
Let me see if it's still in production. It's still in production by Pulpit Rock Brewing Company out of Decorah, Iowa.
Who? And where?
It's a Bock.
What the fuck is he? What even is Iowa?
They
never heard of it.
They even call it BTO, man. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Every pun has been done. You're right, Harry. But I'm not gonna have my great idea be sullied by some fucking flyover state.
Oh man. Hey, Slipknot was from there, so all
right.
Put some respect on that name.
God damn it. Now you had to ruin my hatred of it. Poor man's going to lead the way to bring more of the hazy IPA to traditional lagers. Human Robot already did it.
Yeah, I would say Human Robot definitely did it on the eastern part of Pennsylvania. So, for all of our listeners who are outside the state of Pennsylvania, Human Robot they've got some national notoriety for their approach to bringing lagers to the mainstream. But I think Poor Man's is definitely in that same vein, and there's they're doing what Human Robot's doing, but Human Robot, I mean, their name Human and Robot is indicative of the styles because they have amazing hazy IPAs and they have lagers. So the Human side is their lager side. The Robot is actually their weird, they call it their weird side. It's their hazies. They do kettle sours. They do all of these beers that are mainstream hype beers, but that Human side is what's getting all the hype. Is because their lagers are just amazing.
Yeah. And they were really pumping their lagers at a time when it was all about hazy IPAs. I said I was just and clearly pointed out it's Slipknot too. Not just Korn.
Not just the band Korn, it's Slipknot.
Yeah. telling, I would love beer quotes from Employee of the Month. Like,
I was trying to think. Oh, this is a, was it the Honda? This is a 98 Honda. How dare you, or something.
Yeah. What is
No,
it?
this is an
brand
89
newish
Honda.
Nissan Altima.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
How
an
dare you.
89 Honda. How dare you?
You got to name a beer like a brand newish Nissan Altima or something. I forget what the actual man. There's some great ones they could do. Whole electricity.
Oh man, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good movie. We should definitely revisit Employee of the Month.
Dan. So Dan, Twitch is very lax on their on what we can do on there. So if we want to do a game stream of just us watching a movie, we could do it.
Oh yeah, we could just watch Employee of the Month with all of our friends and just make comments and bullshit.
Yeah, we can Mystery Science Theater 3000 it.
Oh man,
there
it would be
are
great
Twitch
if we
streamers
could put ourselves in this corner of the screen, like right here. You see where my fingers going, Tom? Okay, cool.
Yep. Where your fingers diddling?
You see where my fingers diddling right here?
Yeah, it's glasses in about an hour. I thought this was glasses in an hour. It's glasses in about an hour.
Reading the same thing.
Eating the same thing. How serendipitous.
Serendipitous.
I gotta go take a dump. They finish each other's sentences.
Yeah.
The only thing that what's his name? Dax. What's his name?
Dax Shepard.
Dax Shepard, it's the only thing he's ever been funny in.
I have to say, and I know that you're going back to the Pilsner, but like this Doppelbock is just delicious. They are just killing the game.
We're pink like vaginas.
Dylan has all the quotes from Employee of the Month.
Like that movie, man.
How much does he like that movie?
I thought it
was funny. I mean, guys, revisit it on Netflix. It's no Role Models. Let me tell you,
Dan.
Role Models is by far one of the best.
Oh yeah, agreed. It's on the Plex. Go back and watch it, Dan. It's on Plex.
Oh, I know it's on the Plex.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna go take a tinkle. You'll probably be able to hear it because I'm literally right next to my bathroom.
Oh, sweet. Guys, you want to hear some ASMR of Tom tinkling in a hotel room?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I can still hear you. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can still hear you. Wait.
Okay, hold on.
Let's gauge his stream here, guys. Rate his stream.
Is it coming through?
Yeah, that's a heavy stream, man. Like you've been holding that for a while. That's that happy hour stream coming out right there.
It's because of my Magnum dog.
Yeah, right.
I dropped my massive condoms for my Magnum dog.
There we go. Harry with the tinkle tinkle little Tom. Perfect. That's perfect.
Oh.
I love when Harry's in the chat. It always fills my heart with joy when Harry's hanging out.
Oh, Dr. Mantis Toboggan. I dropped my massive condom for my Magnum dong. Hey, no ED for this guy. Not anymore. Yeah, if we weren't, if this wasn't What You Drinking, Tinkle Tinkle Little Tom would be a great episode name.
I think Tinkle Tinkle Little Tom has to be it now.
I think
What You Drinking is just the theme of this.
Yeah, because of the there's no threats. It's just the implications.
Jesus.
What a great episode. Dan, we're over an hour.
We're at the end of an hour of what you've been drinking. We've covered all the beers that we kind of brought to the table here. Tom, I feel like you could have brought
9/11, so I feel like this is the appropriate time to end the podcast.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah.
Too soon. Is it? Is it still too soon for 9/11 jokes? All right.
You want to feel real bad, Dan? It's been over 20 years since 9/11.
I know
so.
it's been over 20 years. That's why I was wondering. I'm like, how long was it too soon for like Pearl Harbor and stuff like that?
It was. Yeah, Gilbert Godfrey was making 9/11 jokes the day after. So, and they were still funny. They were very funny. Comedy Central didn't think they were funny, but they were funny. In hindsight, they were funny.
I have to say, this is a new segment for us, the Whatcha Drinking, but there are adults now that were not alive during that. That's true. There are people I have carded at the bar who are now old enough to drink that were born after 9/11.
Insert meme of Matt Damon turning old and Saving Private Ryan. Dude, like the new, like I know Harry knows this one. Those reels on Instagram of like these emo songs are turning 20 years this year. I'm like, holy shit.
That got me like 10 years ago when they started doing it for like the early, like when Taking Back Sundays, what was it? The album with Cute Without the E. When that Tell All Your Friends, when that turned 20, almost a decade ago. That turned 20 like 10 years ago. I went to the 10-year anniversary of the Starting Line in 2000. In 2013, I think I went to the 10-year anniversary of the Starting Line's debut album in 2013.
Tell All Your Friends turned 20 last year.
Last year, okay. God, last year feels like it was a decade ago.
Yeah. Yeah, ever since it has felt like 30 years since 2020.
Yeah, exactly. Man, just us being like cooped up in our houses, realizing that all these songs are like
yeah, those reels, Harry's in there. He heard it. Yeah, those ones look at Harry's the emo pop punk sewer.
Red jumpsuit.
Ew, Dylan. Ew.
Red jumpsuit.
I wish I could ban you from chat.
Yeah, red jumpsuit.
Stink on ice.
Oh, that's such a dry fart band right there.
Oh God, they were the original SJWs.
Oh man, I hated them so much.
You like them, man? Oh, fuck off with that shit. All right, let's wrap up audio. We can hang out and sip some beers with our friends here, and
I still have like a pretty good sized Doppelbock to finish here. So
I got about 6 ounces.
Yeah, bring me your emo music so I can shit on it in the chat.
Oh yes, bring it on, please.
Yes.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us tonight for this. What drinking?
What you drinking? What you drinking?
Thank you guys for joining us tonight for it. Join us next week. We should I don't know. Dan, is it gonna be a couple weeks before you're back in the friend zone?
No. I mean, I'm pretty open right now with the friend zone.
Okay.
So I'll probably be making a return as soon as you're back in the state. So oh geez, nice. There are some bad bands coming through.
They're coming in. They're coming in.
Ooh, man, we're gonna have some fun with this.
Yeah, and the only way you can do that is by joining us live on stream, facebook.com, Facebook and Twitch.tv, both /Best Best Friends Pod /Best Friends POD. Yeah. And you can join us also live on YouTube. If you want to check out full streams, even if you don't want to live, you want to check out how the full stream went down. The next day, full episodes are on YouTube, the youtube.com/Jesus fucking Christ.
There's an
At-
OnlyFans model that is just taking all of your internet right now in the room
Yeah.
next to yours.
100%. Yeah, so it's youtube.com/@bestbestfriendspod. That's youtube.com. You have to slash and then at bestbestfriends POD.
I feel so alive for the very first time.
And of course, check us out on Instagram. You know what it is. Best
Give him
friends,
the old knock and scratch.
best friends POD.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, everybody. We will we'll see you next week, possibly live in the friend zone, back together.
Together, I mean, I don't know, man. Something comes out this week that we're gonna have to talk about next week, so I might have to go grab some. So,
Ooh, okay. All right. Tell me in the post stream. All right, guys.
we'll talk about it in post stream.
Yeah. We'll see you all next week.
Peace.
This is this has been Best Friends Podcast, episode 149. Yeah, that's what I was gonna guess. 149.
We out.
Sweet. All right. So now we're in the post stream. All right. So we had Dylan. They stood up for so yes, they stood up. They really brought down women don't get abused anymore. It's just like ever since that song came out, women just don't get abused.
Red jumpsuit apparatus changed the future. It really did.
Yeah.
Just kidding. This is just fucking hot garbage right there.
No, 3 days grace rules.
No, hot garbage. Hot garbage.
Do they fall under emo? I thought they
No.
fell under butt rock.
Yeah, they are butt rock, like 100% butt rock.
Butt
Harry,
rock
I have
through and
to
through.
I have to ask. So you got Satellite on vinyl now. Is that Satellite by Incubus, or like what are we talking about here? Or Satellite by POD.
This is how out of touch.
I was thinking Science by
Jersey
Incubus.
is.
Nah,
Yeah, this is how. This is
3RG rocks. Wait, 3RG? Is that what 3D?
He meant 3 days grace.
Oh, POD. That's what I said, not Satellite. I was thinking about Science from Incubus. 3 days grace. That was terrible.
So this is how out of touch North Jersey is that people are still going to Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
To get
you know the
vinyls.
exact accent that a company like the Barnes and Noble, like that North Jersey accent, saying they went to a Barnes and Noble.
Wait, the a rape to remember vocalist is on a country album.
He was acquitted. Actually, it really didn't happen. It was actually they found out
really?
that was a false accusation. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Data Remember.
Okay.
Yeah, Data Remember it was a false accusation. It actually got cleared, so they can be cool again.
I mean, I was a separate the art from the artist kind of guy, so I still listen.
POD's Satellite debuted in 2002. Ask if I'm right,
Okay.
Harry. Is it 2002? Let me see if I'm right. It's either that or it was 2001, but I'm pretty sure it was 2002. I'm waiting for the answer, Harry.
3 Days Grace was definitely the more masculine version of more masculine.
Wow, what was it?
More masculine version of Red Jumpsuit.
It was.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was on 9/11. Yes, they were the 9/11 band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lost Prophets is that's off.
That is one that we've
can't talk about
on the
that
podcast.
Man.
We've preached on the podcast before. Separate the art from the artist. That one's a tough one to do.
That's a
tough one to do.
Yeah, you think Shinobi versus Dragon Master was like one of the best albums of all time, and then after what he did, I'm like, I'm never gonna listen to this ever again.
Yeah. Oh, 30 Seconds to Mars. That's
a guilty pleasure of mine.
Okay, so I was gonna say that is only chicks enjoy.
Dude, 30 Seconds to Mars, that first album they did. Oh man, I thought I was like,
when that came out, that went directly onto my iPod Nano. No, sorry, my iPod Shuffle.
Oh yeah, I remember the Shuffle.
It was the iPod Shuffle stick with the lanyard.
Oh, the lanyard
with the USB cap.
Yeah, so you could run with it, but you were just walking, sauntering with it.
Oh yeah, it was either slapping your nose. You look like a total turd doing that.
Oh yeah. Nope, never like sick puppies. Sorry. Man,
No,
Dylan, you're distancing yourself from me right now.
Dylan is striking out like John Kruk at the All-Star game, like twisting his ankles.
Sick puppies, not a fan. All Time Low, yeah.
All Time Low rules. Yeah,
they ruled.
All Time Low still rules, dude. They put out a song. I think it was last year. It was awesome.
Do you know what band was amazing? Remember that band Cartel and how like infatuated we were when they first came out? Chroma, when Chroma came out.
Damn, it's on the playlist. Stop. We're gonna get to them. It's on the playlist.
Oh man, they were so good.
Guys, wait till I make our emo playlist public. Everybody in our chat is going to be fucking bopping to that.
Yeah, Chroma was good. That was a really good album. Oh, Fountains of Wayne.
Yeah.
That was good. They only had one song, and I heard that they were just shitty people.
Where's the I feel
Bowling
like
for Soup. Remember Bowling for Soup? I can't tell if Tom froze or if he just like paused talking.
This one?
Oh wait, no, he's back. There he is.
Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. You just kind of paused a little bit.
Can you still hear me? Okay.
Yeah, Fountains of Wayne. Oh, well, Dylan.
That's All Time Low, and they still fucking rule.
Dylan is back in my good graces with Goldfinger, one of the best bands to ever. Just man, the influence from Tony Hawk Pro Skater that Goldfinger had on me. Oh man, Motion City soundtrack. I love that guy. The guy singing was always gnarly in Motion City. I thought he was good. Zebrahead. Oh, Zebrahead, that's a Tony Hawk Pro Skater throwback right there too. Yeah. Zebrahead was a great song.
This song from All Time Low. This song rules. I listened to this song so many times. Come on, catch up with to the shitty hotel internet. It's not gonna, Dan.
All right, Dylan, you have fallen back into my good graces with your. So, do you think their name?
Go ahead, Dan. No, go.
I was gonna say, All Time Low. Did they take their band name, I guess, from Newfound Glory? I assume.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Shut up! Shut up! All Time Low. So, my favorite part about that All Time Low song is that it's called "Once in a Lifetime," but the chorus goes, "Once in a lifetime, something, something. I'm at an all-time low." I'm like, you guys put your name of your band in there.
Well, that's why I thought that. That's why I thought they named it after like Newfound Glory. That song.
Oh yeah.
Head On Collision.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was like, because there are so many bands that name their bands after Newfound Glory songs, like The Story So Far was another one.
Yeah.
That was a Newfound Glory song. So like Newfound Glory paved the way for a lot of these bands because they bridged the gap between like punk and emo and like that pop punk style.
Chris White signed off for a couple minutes. We're talking about emo bands. So at the end of the audio portion of the episode, Dan and I said, throw in your emo bands and we'll trash them.
I will trash them, or we're going to respect them. Dylan got
Yes.
trashed hard in the beginning, but he came back respectfully. The Academy is.
Oh no, dude, no. Hold on. All right, I'm going to come back to this. But Matt said probably unpopular, but high school was a lot of Breaking Ben. Breaking Ben fucking rules. Diary of Jane, that album, the songs suck, but they also rule. If that makes sense.
His voice got annoying for me. That Paul, I was like, God, he was William. He was what, like Wilkes-Barre or Scranton trash, like through and through.
Yep. Yeah. The Academy is. I just added the Academy is to our playlist last night.
Do you know what band from that area was like amazing though? From Scranton was fucking Alexis on Fire. That was the band from that area.
From Scranton.
Yeah, like Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I had no idea. They're also in the playlist. Man.
Yeah, Alexis on Fire came from that area, like upstate Pennsylvania, like lower New York, like that fucking whole border up there was like
Dallas
Alexis
Green.
on Fire. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. CJ White said Coheed. Fuck you. Coheed's not emo. They're prog rock. And
they're prog rock that got roped
and they
into
rule.
emo.
Don't disrespect it.
They definitely got roped into emo with some of their songs.
Yeah. So like when I look up like best emo songs from like the early 2000s, Coheed, A Favorite House Atlantic is always on there. I'm like, it's not emo. It's about a fucking comic book. It's prog rock. Shut up. And I know. Punching things.
Yeah.
I start punching things. Stop talking about my favorite band like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, Coheed is high up in the rankings. It's we're a pro Coheed podcast here.
Yeah. So Adam is just this. So I just added it last night. I'll give you a little taste
of what.
Slow Down. This was such like a huge song sophomore year of college. Like everybody at my college listened to this. It was like the biggest song at my college. And it's retarded. It's R-worded. Sorry, I keep saying that. Just listen to it.
Close the door and take the stairs. Up or down, ups and downs. Don't pretend you've never been there. You kiss me like an overdramatic actor who's starving for.
It's the epitome of Cali emo.
Yeah.
It's bad. But it's one of those like it's like The Room of music. It's so bad it's good.
Oh man, America. I mean, I did like American football.
I never got into them.
They're a good band to listen to. I mean, Fall Out Boy is. So I don't know about you, Tom, as a dad. Have you has Keegan watched Spidey and His Amazing Friends yet on Disney Plus?
No, we haven't got into that.
So Patrick Stump did the whole soundtrack for it.
Really?
Yeah. Now, so the theme song is Fall Out Boy singing about Spider-Man.
Is it now? Is this like pure Fall Out Boy, or is this like synth pop rock?
No. It's Fall Out. Hold on. Don't worry. Spidey and His Amazing Friends is queued up on my screen here. Hold on. Let me get it pulled up here. Because I just listened to this the other day. Oh man. Here we go. Let me see if it.
Is on the scene, swinging, spinning, crawling the walls. Spidey crew do it all. They're your friendly neighborhood spiders, and their teamwork.
This is like
Hold on.
that's like thank. Okay. It's like in between like From Under the Cork Tree and Thanks for the Memories. Like it's right in there in that like.
Yeah, so it's not like too like electronic. Like, dude, the whole album though, you have to listen to the whole soundtrack. It is. It's a
so
bop.
everybody in the chat is kind of like they're just all calling out like the whole play. I'm gonna have to like share the playlist in our
Yeah,
group chat.
the playlist definitely needs to come out. I hope you had Grand Theft Autumn by Fall Out Boy.
Let's see.
Because
I'm pretty sure I do.
That is the song that you should have in there.
Now here's the playlist, and I'm pressing the Fall Out Boy song right here. If this hotel Wi-Fi, whatever. Oh no, I have it just turned down.
He won't find out what I know. You were the last good thing.
Yeah,
it's the most emo. It's the most emo of the Fall Out Boy songs.
Yeah, this was man. Alkaline Trio is like emo for like the hardcore punks. Like that was the hardcore. That was the emo for hardcore punks. It was like I still have an edge, but I'm still emo. Like that was. Oh yes. Yeah, Fall Out Boy and Sex Drive.
Fall Out Boy and Sex Drive is so good. And the post credit scene where he's like, "Hey, I've seen your dick," to Pete Wentz.
He goes, "Not cool, man."
Yeah. I'll let you guys in on a little bit, like, I'll share the playlist. I feel like everybody needs to see it. But I did some adding last night. Chiodos.
Yeah. Is it Chiodos or Chiodos?
I don't know. Chiodos, who cares?
Go down the list of these. I'm going to do my tinkle, and trust me, guys, you won't hear me.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. Let's see. Dylan, Sum 41, they fall more under the pop punk than emo. Yeah, I wouldn't put Sum 41 in emo. I think they were more of like, they tried to be that like crunchy punk, but it came out more like pop punk. The Jazz June. I'm unfamiliar with the Jazz June. And Harry, I'm learning a lot about you, that you are. I had no idea that you were such like an early 2000s emo guy, and it really makes me happy. I really enjoy that, because this is making me Escape the Fate. I don't know if Escape the Fate I don't know if I would put Escape the Fate in there. They're like a Escape the Fate. I want to say like maybe like man, like do they fall under like, not like post-hardcore? I don't know. Let's see. Escape the Fate.
Situations are irrelevant. She loves the way that I tease. I love the way that she breathes.
All right, maybe Escape the Fate goes in there. Yeah, Simple Plan, yes. You know what, Harry, Ohio is for Lovers is definitely up there for top emo song, but I feel like, so we kicked off this emo year with Saying Sorry by Hawthorne Heights, which I felt like was a slight bit more emo than Ohio is for Lovers. And it was a very slight edge. My heart is in Ohio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Under Oath has been played on, we featured them last week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, Under Oath is a great emo band.
I will say, Chris White, do you know The Changing of Times by Under Oath? That's that album they did before Chasing Safety, where it was just completely bonkers. That album was insane.
AFI is in like that weird
Alkaline Trio realm. I would say that's where the hardcore punks have that emo side.
AFI has like that weird pop punk emo, like that they're like that post hardcore, like they're just like in that like certain space and time, like Girls Not Gray. What's the other pop punk AFI song? Fuck, what was it? The something song.
Oh, it's the Leaving Song Part 1.
Yes, the Leaving Song Part 2. Like that's like in that like pop punky, and then Silver
but then their
and Cold
earlier
is, like,
albums
super
are like
emo.
but their earlier albums are like the Misfits. It was like that, like I would call it like
Yeah.
Halloween rock.
Yes. Yes. They went like yes. They were like the
Early in the game,
early,
they were like
Hot Topic punk.
yeah, they were. I always call them like Halloween punk. They were like the Misfits, where they were just like, and they did a cover of Halloween, and that was the first song I ever heard them do, and I was like, all right, these guys are pretty cool. And then like they started doing their oh, remember they're like oh
Yeah. The more that Davey Havoc put on mascara and nail polish, it's like the more emo they got.
yeah.
Like it started with like Silver and Cold, and then by the time they got to like Miss Murder, it was like he was like wearing like wigs and stuff. Like he just dressed like a lady.
This hit at such a personal level. I hate you, Dylan, so much. I wanted to like start bringing up other bands that people were putting in, but god damn it, Dylan.
You're depressed but horny.
God damn it, that hit me at such a personal level.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, I fucking love Deftones. God damn.
Yeah.
One of the best bands I ever saw live, man.
Yeah. It is the exact music that they make.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you haven't seduced a lady to Digital Bath by the Deftones, why haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, Deftones do make some great humping music.
Man, fuck you.
We had Harry mentioned the Used. We featured the Used last week. We did Taste of Ink, and
yeah,
like that's just, man, we talked a lot about Bert and his look versus his voice, and man, it got real deep.
Yeah. Chris bringing up Brand New. I mean, I could do a whole side podcast on Brand New versus Taking Back Sunday. I mean, I could probably do a solid 12 episodes on that. I mean, those two bands were like the emo.
You won't do it, Dan.
That was the emo, that was the emo beef of like the early 2000s, was like fucking Taking Back Sunday versus Brand New, and it was like East versus West, man. That was our rap beef of like emo right there.
Here you go. Matt's going back in the chat. Resurgence and 12 Gates in Buffalo. There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, going back to beer. Look at that.
Cute is what we aim for. The Used, great recorded but horrible live. That's like that's
what we talked about in the last episode, didn't we?
Yeah. And then, that's Brand New. Same thing.
Oh God, so great story about Brand New. Brand New was so bad it made my sister cry. That's how bad they were. The first time
Yes. Go ahead. No, please tell your story, Daniel.
Yeah, so like it's been like the first time me seeing Brand New, like, my sister went with me, and like I kind of had a smirk on my face the whole time, but she hated it so much, and I could tell that she was hated. She cried that they were so bad.
So I shot a music video for a band called, Dan, you might remember them, Me Against Myself.
I do remember those guys.
Yeah.
I have played a couple shows with them. They're awesome dudes.
I shot a music video for them up at a recording studio up in Port Jefferson, Long Island, called Voodoo, and that's where Dejan Tondo was recorded.
Yep.
Yeah. So we were talking to the guy who runs it, who records all the producer up there. We were talking to him. I was like, "Holy shit, Dejan Tondo!" He was like, no. He was like, sit down. Let me regale you about this. He was like, those guys suck so bad at playing their instruments. He was like, they did like 3 takes. And then he was like, it's going to cost you less to bring in studio musicians.
Yeah. So the drummer didn't record that.
None of them did, except for Jesse Lacey.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
That's it. The vocals was the only thing that band played that they recorded from the actual band.
Yeah, that's what I heard too from well, actually guys in that band that you were shooting the video for.
Yeah, we all sat around like kids at like a campfire, like, tell us about Dejan Tondo, and he was like, they all suck, and we were like, no.
That was
not good musicians.
I remember like hearing from like the last master it was like the last like single we had mastered was mastered by this place called Nada Recording. Guys, if you want to check out my bands, shameless plug, at Grayson_PA is the band, but our single was mastered the same time Coheed's new album was mastered at the same time. Which I was like, you could have just like put ours on the back burner. You really could. It sounds like you had a lot. Sounds like you had a lot going on, dude.
Yeah, My Chemical Romance used to suck live, but when you saw them fall, they were great.
Never saw them live.
I would chalk that up to was it them that played in the Damn? Part of them played in the Damn Things with Scott Ian.
No, that was Fall Out Boy.
That was Fall Out Boy. What did didn't part of My Chemical Romance play in a different band?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think so. I don't know them that much, but the Damn Things was Fall Out Boy and Every Time I Die and Anthrax
and Scott Ian. Yeah.
Well, actually, it was Anthrax, Scott Ian, and the other guitarists were in the first album. There was actually 3 guitarists.
And the first album was just Keith from Every Time I Die singing, right?
He was
the drummer from Fall Out Boy.
He was the singer for all of them, yeah. And then Fall Out Boy was the drummer. So it was Scotty and the other guitarist from Anthrax, and then the guitarist from Fall Out Boy, the bass player from Every Time I Die, and
okay.
And Keith from it was actually the left-handed bass player from Every Time I Die. Gotcha. He's not in the band anymore.
They've had like 30,000 bass players.
Yeah,
as well as drummers.
Yep. Well, yeah, I mean, they've kind of sold. They've been on the last 3 albums on the same drummer. I know too much about that fucking band.
The Anniversary. Never heard of The Anniversary.
I've heard of The Anniversary. I never got into The Anniversary.
Let's see.
Wasn't a band I got into. I remember them being like decent, but. I was gonna say top emo from the Northeast for me was go ahead.
They started that song with Gang Screams, like the whole first verse is Gang Screams.
Yeah. I would say Keith from Every Time I Die is an asshole. 100%.
Is he an asshole? Is he an asshole, or is it he has like big mental problems now?
He has big mental problems. He is an asshole,
like a mental breakdown.
Yeah. The Wonder Years definitely emo. Lansdale, emo. Pennsylvania represent. Yep. I mean, they went that alternative. They used to be pop punk, but they kind of went alternative. I would say they went emo. Who was I going to bring up? Oh, Transit from the Northeast. Transit was one of the best emo punk bands I've ever heard, and they have such a great sound. If anyone is looking for a band that you probably never heard of or want to hear, is Transit. Transit is one of the, and the singer killed himself a few years ago, but their album and their discography is all out there. Transit fucking rules.
I'm gonna give them. Let's bring them up.
Their drummer always had a bop to it too. Actually, hold on. I would say, yeah, the only one, or Rest to Get Better. Rest to Get Better. Oh, man. This is the song that gets the bop going. I used to put Joyride. Oh man, I would put Joyride on like and just scream that fucking album from the top of my lungs. That was like that and Young. I would say Young New England was always like a great album too. That's when they kind of did like an acoustic stuff. But oh man,
Harry, huge Paramore guy.
Oh yeah, we saw Paramore.
I gotta say, I was gonna say I was not like I made fun of my wife, my girlfriend at the time, made fun of her like the whole drive down, like, oh yeah, you're gonna stand for Haley Williams, like, oh yeah, girl power. And then we saw them. Who did we see them live with? Taking Back Sunday and Weezer.
We saw them with Fall Out Boy and Weezer.
Fall Out Boy and Weezer.
Yeah.
And no, was it Fall Out Boy and Taking Back Sunday?
No, it wasn't Taking Back Sunday.
We saw Taking Back Sunday and Blink-182.
No, I never saw. I'm gonna throw this out there, and people are gonna go, "What?" I've never seen Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah, dude, we did at Camden.
Nah, I never saw Taking
100%. 100%.
Never saw Taking Back Sunday.
Oh no, you know what? You weren't. No, you weren't there. It was I went with a couple other like our old mutual friends.
Yeah. Never saw Taking Back Sunday.
No, yeah. So we saw Paramore, Weezer, and who was the other one?
It was Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy, yes. Yes, Paramore. When we saw them live, I was like, no, holy shit, these guys do kind of rule.
Well, they had what's his name, Aaron Gillespie playing drums, who is just amazing. Oh man, don't come at me with man. Chris knows how to.
Yeah.
Chris is killing. Chris and Dylan are killing me right now. I'm gonna go with Real Friends first. Real Friends, an amazing band. Real Friends is basically kind of exactly like the Wonder Years in my opinion. I mean, they're like two bands that are just exactly alike. Jimmy Eat World. I think you can't talk emo without Jimmy World.
Yeah, so very emo.
I saw them at the Skyline stage on at the Man Music Center in Philly, like with like the Philly background. Oh man, it was amazing.
They always came up on like the emo playlist. I'm like, Jimmy Eat World isn't emo. They just rule. And then I would play like their songs. I'm like, oh my god, they're so emo. Like every song is so emo.
I would say like I can listen to Futures front to back. I can listen to Bleed American front to back. Clarity, obviously, is just a mind. Yeah, I was gonna say phenomenal. As he's typing it, I'm just like, Clarity is just mind blowing. Like Lucky Denver Mint. Oh, man, it's such a great song. And see, like Jimmy World is actually one where like, see, I'm really tough with like memorizing names of songs, but for some reason, Jimmy World, I know like almost every song's name. Oh, is Tom going pee-pee again? Are we going to get Tommy Tinkles?
Yes.
Tommy's tinkling again?
Man, I peed all over the seat.
Oh, Lucky Denver Mint. Oh, man, that's good. Good song. Man, we're getting a lot of good bands that are coming up on here. Well, to go back to Dylan, Man Overboard. I do actually know Zach. He's an awesome dude. Played some shows with Man Overboard back in the day. That was fun. Knuckle Puck. They're a fun band. They're young dudes. Definitely a great band. So Harry, I was talking to Tom about Census Fail because we were talking about like what kind of Jersey intro should we do for the podcast tonight. And I like the two first bands I talked about, I was like, well, we either have to do like a Saves the Day or a Census Fail. And those are the only like I was like trying to think of the most emo like bands. I was like, not early like Saves the Day, but I was like later Saves the Day that we can definitely do for emo. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely Census Fail was one.
Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Yeah, we talked about Man Overboard.
Wait, is Jimmy World New Jersey?
No way.
Is Jimmy World New Jersey? I didn't think that. I thought they were from another area, but that's crazy. Jimmy World's from New Jersey. I mean, I do love. I mean, some of my like. Okay, wait a second. Jimmy World's New Jersey. Chris is saying Arizona. So there's a lot of conflict in the chat here. Yeah, for some reason I was like, I don't think Jimmy World's from Jersey. I would probably be into him a lot more if, like, because of being hyper local.
Yeah, they formed in '93 in Mesa, Arizona.
Ah.
Yeah. Just New Jersey trying to claim everything.
Damn, Jersey just trying to get it.
Yeah.
I would say
has anyone got into this new, I mean, it's not new because they're all like older bands, but it's making a resurgent Midwest emo.
Well, Midwest punk has always been like, I mean, the Fat Records from Fat Mike from NoFX had a record label, and a bunch of Midwest punk bands were big into that.
Yeah. So Midwest emo has like a very like particular sound, and they use like pop culture clips in their song,
okay.
like to intro their songs. Like I've been listening to like Mom Jeans a lot.
Oh,
they're
okay.
very, yeah. So like this, like.
Sorry, it's just people are complaining. Come in! They want to know if you guys can maybe try tuning up again.
So they use like a Bob Burgers clip.
Okay. I've been actually hearing a lot of bands do like, yeah. Yeah, they got a little like transit to that, like that bop.
Yeah,
that, like transit always has there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dead to Me was on Fat Records, Chris. I do believe. Yeah, Midwest, man, the Midwest had some great music. I mean, obviously Slipknot, Iowa.
Let me see. Can I share playlist via? Can I share it via Instagram Messenger? I don't know. Let's see. Let's give it a try here. I'm gonna send it to the old kegs and eggs.
The old fantasy football group chat.
Yeah. Oh, look, there you go. All right. So if you guys have Apple Music, I guess that really pertains to just Dylan and Matt. Chris White, you're just gonna have to. He's gonna have to suffer and not have the emo playlist. You have to deal with go on Spotify and find it once I get that up. So yeah, Silverstein's on our emo playlist. Silverstein is definitely is like Silverstein Bayside, like that was like that Victory Records, like
oh yeah, well yeah. I mean, was that Drive Through or Victory? Was Bayside?
I thought they were Victory. I thought yeah, because Silverstein and Bayside were both on one of those like Victory samplers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were on Hopeless, Wind Up, and Victory. Yep.
Yeah.
Drive Through Records is oh man. Drive Through Records bands would be the one like Newfound Glory. Finch. Do we have some Finch on that?
Yes, Finch. I added Finch last night.
Oh, sweet. Oh, Alistair is on there. Starting Line of the Movie Life. Alistair. Something corporate. My Punk Rock Girlfriend.
Yeah, they've been on there for a while.
Or Punk Rock Princess. That was the song. Oh man, there were so many great bands that were on. The people that had to like put up with Drive Through Records, like Phoenix Phoenix TX.
Phoenix TX. Yeah, I thought about them. They're not emo. They're pop punk. They're
more pop punk. Yeah.
I remember
I Am the Avalanche was a there's something good one.
Alien Ant Farm
early November.
Alien Ant Farm isn't emo.
Alien Ant Farm is one of those confusing genres right there.
Yeah. Yes, they're in a genre all their own.
Yeah, Yellow Card got brought up twice right there. So yeah, Yellow Card definitely.
Salshin. Yeah, Salshin is there. Salshin's on the playlist. CJ White or Chris, you I got you with the playlist. I hooked you up. Check your messenger, bro.
Hidden in Plain View. Yeah, it was the drive-through band.
Yeah.
The Movie Life that had the one dude that was
I can't believe nobody's brought up Atreyu.
That was like metalcore almost.
Super emo though.
Vinny from The Movie Life. He had a bunch of different projects, but he was awesome.
American Rejects, yes.
Damn. I'm gonna do like a deep dive into some like quality drive-through emo in a second.
Yes. CJ White. You know the Atreyu.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Bleeding Mascara. Oh man.
Story of the Year. Wasn't Story of the Year another one of those like they were bad people, or was that just
No, Story of the Year was like pretty fucking good. What was the band that did the song Seeing Red? I'm seeing red. Oh man, what was that song? That was full on emo. It was on like every skateboard like video and stuff. Seeing Red. It was
Unwritten Law?
Yeah, Unwritten Law. That was it.
I'm seeing red.
Yeah.
Don't think you'll have to see my face again.
This was in that movie Grind. Remember Grind? The almost was Aaron Gillespie from Under Oath. So
that has like a very like mix of emo / butt rock, like butt emo.
No, you got to get into the. You have to get into
in the meat of it.
The chorus,
of it. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Okay.
And Berlin. Dylan, you're coming back. You're coming back into my good graces with these good bands. And Berlin.
Yeah, and Berlin. They're on the playlist.
Yeah, that was
Dylan's just looking at the playlist that was shared in the group chat. He's just looking at it. Paper Thin Hymn is the
I was guess.
Yeah, Paper Thin Hymns, the Amberlin song that's in there.
Ooh, okay.
Nobody brought up Circus Survive.
Oh, that was that was late emo. Yeah, I was gonna say Feel Good Drag was always my favorite one from Amberlin. That was the one I was trying. It was like that cigarette one I was trying to remember. I was like, it's the one about smoking a cigarette. Feel Good Drive, or a Feel Good Drag.
Dylan, you're on the right track. Thrice. Nobody brought up Thursday.
But so Thrice is just like Coheed, in which it's prog band that got roped into the emo scene. Because the Artist in the Ambulance, oh man.
Yeah, it's kind of emo.
Yeah.
The Artist in the Ambulance is a little bit emo.
It is. And then it got real proggy after that.
Nobody brought up Thursday. I have let's see. Dance Gavin Dance. Armor for Sleep is a good one. Hello Goodbye is like super emo. That's like electronica emo.
Oh yeah, that was Drive Through Records.
Were they Drive Through?
Oh yeah. Really?
The Get Up Kids.
Oh god, the Get Up Kids. They're in that Saves the Day realm. And they're semi-local. They're Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. All right. I got one. I got one here.
Wait, they're from Kansas City. I thought they were from Jersey. I thought they were Jersey for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
They just
Harry,
sound
we already
Jersey.
talked about Circus Survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, what's his name?
Green.
Green.
Anthony
Yeah, it's
Green.
like Anthony
That's
Green.
It
Yes.
was Anthony Green. Because
Yes.
there's like Derek Green, Anthony Green. There's so many
Dallas
Greens.
Green. Dallas Green.
Dallas Green. Well, there's a
Yeah.
couple.
City in color, Dan.
Well, there's a
City in
couple.
color. Nobody brought up a Skylit Drive.
That's a good one. Oh, wait, what was that original emo? Oh, Boy Sets Fire. I always thought was kind of emo, but they were like, what was, man?
Forever the Sickest Kids.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cursive.
Oh, Cursive. That's real emo right there too.
Yeah. Scary Kids Scaring Kids.
Oh, wait, there was a band that was like a street name. I was gonna say, like, what are street name bands? Bands that were like named after a street. Oh man.
Oh, Emarosa.
What was that band that was? They were so emo and they were named after a street. I'm trying to remember it.
Parkway Drive.
No. No. They were like old.
Emo.
They were like old emo. I'm trying to remember their name. But they were like named after a street name. I'm trying to remember what they were called. God, it's on the tip of my tongue, and this Doppelbach took it away.
Dan, are you thinking of Ocean Avenue by Yellow Card? That's a song. It's not a band. Dan.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a street name. It was Sunny Day Real Estate.
Yes, Sunny Day Real Estate.
Yeah, Sunny Day Real Estate was that. Oh, that was the emo band.
They were like a post rock kind of.
Yeah.
Deal. Yeah. All right, I gotta wrap this thing up. Lit. Jesus Christ, Harry. Well, just a perfect place to wrap this thing up.
That's a perfect spot.
Yeah,
it's a perfect book, little book here that we could put right there.
Yeah, let's end it there. Love the participation. Love everybody getting involved with the emo stuff. Hopefully everybody checks out the playlist on Apple Music. Send it to the all the chats. Some of my finest work. I feel like some of my finest work. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yes, please let me know how shitty it is.
I'm gonna get an angry text from Chris as to why some punk bands didn't make it.
They're in it. Yeah, well, we could discuss it. We'll have another. We'll have like a town hall meeting, an emo town hall meeting.
Emo town hall.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we'll be back next week. I don't know if it'll be just us or if we'll have a guest. We're working on things.
We're working on it. I'm drinking my third or fourth poor man's on this podcast. I still can't get those guys on.
Dude, we can't get them on. They're like, yeah, let me check our schedule. We got kids. They're like, yeah, we got kids too, but we still do this.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll check you next week, and yeah, we'll see you then.
Peace.